welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. It's your morning host, DJ Kitty, here with my sister, Miss Morningstar, on Our Plugs, the Community Connection. Happy Thursday. We are almost to Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Almost there. Happy Thursday. I hope everybody's doing well this morning out there in Mississippi and Holly Springs and wherever you're listening from. I hope you've had your breakfast by now, or you're in the midst of eating your breakfast and you've had something good to drink and you've had your water. It is a beautiful day to be above ground versus below. And every day is a blessing. So we are going to speak some positive affirmations into the air. And no matter what you're going through, I need you to receive it and believe it. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. How are you this morning?
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Welcome, WKRA. Welcome, audience.
Yes.
And welcome, chat. Those in the chat. Grand Rising. Good morning.
Grand Rising. Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you looking forward to this weekend?
I am, y'all. You know how I feel. This is Friday Eve, so we are just about there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Whew, it has been a week,
Yes.
Even though we had a holiday on Sunday, it just, the
It's
day.
still...
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, but we are thankful to be here. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else,
That's right.
Life is good. Even when life it throws you those lemons and those curveballs, it's still good. You just have to learn how to cope and deal with the punches. So as most of you listeners know, we begin every show with a positive affirmation. And we get that positive affirmation from our affirmation queen. That is my sister, Mrs. Morningstar.
Absolutely.
What do you have for us this grand morning?
So I found these quotes, and the quotes actually, I'm gonna tell you guys where they come from. They're pretty good. So I'm just read through a few of them. The author of the quotes, his name is It's Roy T. Bennett. So if you guys familiar with him. He has some really good affirmations, I think it's important to share with the audience. So let's get into it. So attitude is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Optimism is a choice. Kindness is a choice. Giving is a choice. Respect is a choice. Whatever choice you make sure you choose wisely.
That is so true.
I like that. The next one is, don't be pushed around by fear in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart.
I like that one.
Instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create.
Again, like absolutely.
Be the reason someone smiles. Be the reason someone feels loved. And believe in the goodness in people.
No, that's right.
Take responsibility for your own happiness. Never put it in other people's hands. Amen.
Now that one is
yes,
because
that hits
a lot of people walk around saying, "Oh, he doesn't make me happy or she doesn't make me happy. You got to find your own happiness. Don't let
That's
anybody
right.
determine how happy you're going to be. You better get up
That's
and
right.
determine it for yourself. You know, I can't rely on anybody else to make me happy. That's on me. That's on
It's
me.
true.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so
it's a
much.
saying, you can't be you can't expect other people to come in and create your happiness. You have to be happy with you first. It starts
Absolutely.
within.
Now they can make you feel good, of course. You know, I don't want to be with
Absolutely.
somebody who doesn't make me feel good and feel
Right.
worthy and loved, but my happiness is truly on me. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I receive that. I hope you guys out there in Radio Land receive it as well.
Yes,
So let's
yes.
talk about this weather. So today, Holly Springs, high is 78, low is 64. Mostly cloudy with a few showers. Winds are coming out the southeast, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. In Memphis, Tennessee, a high of 80. Ooh, a little warm for you guys. A low of 66. Some afternoon, evening thunderstorms, about 51% chance of rain. So you got a 50-50 chance that you're going to get rained on this afternoon and evening. And in hot Houston, we're back up to 85 degrees, low is 74, about a 24% chance of rain in the morning, about 20% in the evening. We got scattered thunderstorms throughout the day in various parts. If you've ever been in Houston, you know Houston is huge. So it could be raining at my house and dry across the street, literally. I've seen it many times. We've got winds coming about 10 to 15 miles an hour. So just a little bit of wind today, but nothing major. Some rain. Now, let's talk about this pollen. Told you I was going to add this. Pollen is very high in Holly Springs, in Memphis, and in Houston. We all share that. We've got tree grass and ragweed pollen.
Now I know. Now I know to
Yes,
blame this thing that I got going on back in my throat and my
man.
nose. It's the pollen.
It's the pollen, and it's a good. We always try and change our filters at the beginning of the month. So if you haven't changed your
I
filters,
gotta change mine. I got
remember
it.
to change your
Mm-hmm.
filters because that helps with getting rid of some of the pollutants in the air. If you can get you an air purifier, I live by mine. We actually have two in our house because we
I
have
need
so
to
much.
run mine. I have one. I need to run it.
Yes, ma'am. It'll help
Yeah, I
tremendously.
have one.
I have a little person in here who he has horrible allergies. I thought I was bad, but
Mm.
my grandbaby he caught it times two. So
Oh,
yeah, so we've got a couple around, and turn on those air purifiers. And if you must be outside for an extended period of time, please put on a mask. And it's to help you from inhaling those pollutants in the air.
right.
So take it from me, somebody who has coughing fits all the time, who's dealing with asthma, you need it. You need it. At the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, the worst feeling you can have is not being able to breathe. Trust me. So I hope that everybody is planning on having a wonderful weekend, no matter where you're at. Today we're going to get into some news that you can use. Are you starting today, sis, or am I going to start? It's up to you.
You know what? I can start with a
Go
couple of things.
ahead. Go right ahead.
Hold on one second.
Well, while she okay, where there she go, there she goes. She's dealing with her
I told
allergies,
you I'm
y'all.
dealing with those allergies, so I may have to put it on mute and cough, and
Yes.
it just happens at weird times. But so uh, in the world of the Decepticons, so
Here we go.
I came across an article today and it wasn't standing out. So I clicked into it because I said, oh, this looks interesting. It was a good headline. It said Trump administration is looking at $5,000 baby bonus
Oh Lord.
incentives, public to have publicizing people to have more children. Now I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to understand what's going on with this $5,000. I mean, I think Doge was supposed to give us $5,000. Now it's a $5,000 check for you to have more babies. The White House is really proposing this, fielding, kind of funding it around, um, to pursue married people to have more children in efforts to push, um, bring up the decline we're having in our birth rate. What do y'all think that's about?
Okay, so I'm just gonna put it out there.
What you think it's about,
Do
sis?
they want more black and brown children? Because if I'm not mistaken, the decline isn't on the black and brown side; it's on the other
We
side.
moving on up.
And they're I think it's 2035 or no 2030
Mm.
that supposedly the white race will now be the minority. But if you really want to know the truth about it, if you take the population as a whole,
Mm-hmm.
people who consider themselves white American, now I'm not talking about European, I'm not talking about people who have a different ethnic background than European and claim to be white. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking Europeans. They only make up 7% of the global population on Earth. So we've heard over the years how they want to make it a pure race and all that good jazz. And that's why, they keep it in the family. Gross. Anywho, um, they can try and push that $5,000. You get $5,000 one time. Do you know how expensive it is to raise a child? It costs about $1 million plus to raise one child. What is that $5,000 going to do? And if anybody is that desperate to have a child and get paid $5,000, y'all better go get a job. No one wants to
Please.
have all these kids because Elania's mama said that y'all need to have more kids so y'all can go work in her son's factories. If people who can hear my voice, don't fall for the okey doke.
Please
Have the
don't.
children that you want to have. Don't have kids for money. I mean, who does that? That sounds kind of weird. Having
Five
kids
thousand
for
dollars, guys.
$5,000.
It's not worth it. It's not. Look at this. First of all, you have to kind of take an overview of what kind of society we're currently in. We are not in the best of times. We are actually in a upside down world.
Yes.
It's very dangerous. This world we live in today. And it's hard enough to raise children that we have in this world, yet alone bring new ones in to this mess of confusion.
My thing is, it's a mess of confusion, but how insulting that you tell a nation of people who are struggling to put food on the table that we will pay you $5,000. They are at
$5,000
5,000.
to raise a kid in this time and age.
That's an insult. That's daycare alone. You will eat that up in daycare alone in what, a
A
year?
month?
A
Not a
year.
year. A
Yes.
couple,
Well, if an
probably half
average,
of a
well,
year.
maybe 6 months, because an
Yeah, half of a
infant is
year.
like $300, $400
Three
a
to four
month.
hundred dollars a month is daycare. So maybe
So
half of a year.
can these people are so
And
out
it
of
depends on how many kids
touch?
you got, because you might have multiple babies in daycare, so that might run you $600-$800 a month.
These people are truly out of touch.
They are out of their wacko minds,
I mean,
and this is what
$5,000.
they're proposing, and thinking about doing at the White House.
He
This is
said he
what they're
likes the
doing.
poorly
This is the
educated.
work.
He said he likes the poorly educated, and whomever thought of this, it fits the bill. You have got to be out of your mind thinking that $5,000 will sustain a family with an extra mouth to feed. Go somewhere. Go
What do
somewhere.
you think he care? He's 79 years old. He almost out of here. Out of here. He don't care about more babies being born, and who gonna take care of them, who gonna raise them, who gonna love them, who gonna. He don't care
And
nothing about that. This
you
is
know he
fluff.
doesn't,
This is
because
fluff.
they want to take away food, giving kids food at school. They don't want to feed kids free lunch at school or breakfast. So they're
Right.
going to try and convince people. If you are that hard up for $5,000, baby, all you got to do is go get a job. All you got to do is go get a job. That's ridiculous.
Get you a job.
But I guess, they poorly educated. Let me bring this out really quick.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I read a quick story that the Dalai Lama quietly asked JD Vance that he told JD Vance that he does not want to meet with him. He said, "No, thank you. You done dropped the trophy. Now the Pope done checked out. Sir, no thank you.
Stay away from me, please. Thank you.
Please. Somebody, he needs to be in quarantine." No.
Him and Ron. Him and Trump.
Both of them. They both need to be.
Because every time they come around, something
happen.
It sabotages it. It's they are destructive.
Yeah, destructive Decepticons.
Yes,
that is,
and I don't want that. I don't want to be nowhere near them.
The Mama said, "No, thank you. Please don't come up here. Do not."
No.
I also have a story for Tennessee. Okay. Now, y'all out there in Tennessee, y'all know, you guys know that your Republican leadership, they really are on one. Now, they decided that the Republican supermajority passed a bill yesterday to dismantle DEI in local government, in schools, anything that has to do with the government. And I guess that they really and truly, for these people to be in government, why don't they know that DEI isn't about Black people? We know that y'all don't want Black people to have anything, but you're really hurting. DEI doesn't just hit Black people. It's about those who are minorities, those who are women, those who have disabilities. These people, they ought to be ashamed of themselves.
It's all in their delusional brains.
Get out and vote. Vote them out.
All in their delusional brains. They have let these people convince them that DEI, which is diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility. So DEIA.
DEIA.
Which is the A is for accessibility for people who are handicapped. It's a program. It is a protocol within an organization. So, but they really thought it was for us. So their target was us. And now the company Target, as we spoke earlier, want us back, but we ain't going back.
No. Target
going back.
As
you could put DEI ABC 1 2 3 all behind your letters and make it mean something and think it don't help. We don't care.
We're not coming. Good luck with that. Good luck.
Figure it out.
You can bring Al Sharpton, and you can bring Al Gore. You can bring Al whomever. We're not coming. You'll never see my dollars again, Target, ever. No matter what you have in there. You have another story, sis, you want to bring out?
Well, yeah, you know what? It was something I didn't get to touch on a little bit yesterday, or maybe I did, but let's see. It was about the student loan defaults.
Girl, okay.
Yeah.
They're about to start garnishing wages?
Yeah, it's like this is starting around May 7th, y'all. So check with your student loan people, see where you are, and I really don't have words. Like, to me, this is like one of the ultimate, how can you do this to people? Because not only are you going to tarnish someone's credit, which will allow them not to be able to get, secure home or secure vehicle, or because you're going to tarnish their credit, because half of these bills have already been paid for. Literally. This is interest that most people who've been done with school for like 20 years
are still paying.
They've already paid the loan back.
Yep.
But they're still in debt. And how fair is that?
It's not.
It's greed.
It is greed, and it's shameful. America, we are ashamed of you.
It's shameful.
Well,
And to go ahead, sis.
speaking of shameful, the former Social Security Commissioner, Martin O'Malley, predicts within the next 30 to 90 days there will be a disruption of Social Security benefits for millions of people. You know what? Trump, I know you out here listening. I know you listening. You and JD and Elania, I know you guys are listening. Keep messing with people. This is ridiculous. These people, you guys are working out of pure hate. Now, folks out there in Radio Land, regardless to whatever nationality you are, if you've ever held down a job, ever, you have paid into Social Security, this is your money that you earned, and they are trying to actively steal it. While we're sitting over here talking about arguing with folks about different things, like the young men in Texas, it's a race war right now about Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. We're arguing, we got people divided about that. They distracted us with Gail and the rest of these ladies who call themselves going up into space and didn't go up into space. It's a distraction while they have their hands in the piggy jar. Piggy bank. Let me tell you, there is one solution. Vote them out. Vote them all out. Because
Two years, y'all. We got to do it.
If we don't, there won't be another chance to. America will fail and fall. We already have the tariffs and we already have China. I mean, at this point, Temu and Shein, and I know everybody knows who Temu and Shein are. They are now doing business with Mexico. They are cutting us out. He has done nothing to help. This is not America first. This is Trump and his cronies first, and in our pockets at the expense. And anybody who's still on that Trump train, take a real good deep dive and look at yourself and understand that the pain that you're going to go through, you did it to yourself. Don't get mad at nobody else. Be mad at you because you decided this.
And this is not hard, y'all. This is not hard.
It's not. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back.
Timeless elegance. Redefine class. Welcome to Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion at its finest, fashion that brings out your inner cuteness, and styles that make you go, oh girl, where you get that from? Check me out at www.morningstarboutique.com or at ourplugs.com. Can't wait to see you.
Opalmay Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skincare in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opalmay Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We're back, and we were just talking about some current events and what's been going on. I have one more little quick story. I'm proud of Mississippi. There were about 400 protesters that showed up at the Capitol to protest what's going on, what's happening in this administration. So you guys, keep protesting, keep doing what you do, don't spend your dollars with people who don't care about you. And then think about how you will make sure that your voice is heard when it's time to go and vote. Bottom line, go out there and vote, because this is our only recourse. And hopefully we'll see, karma's not asleep and God sees it all. So we may be going through some things right now with this administration. I'm praying things get better, but all we can do is keep encouraging each other to hold on and keep moving forward. Yeah.
I agree.
Are you ready to bring in our nonprofit queen? Because today is nonprofits.
It is nonprofit day. Yeah, we can bring her up. I had another article, but it's it's good, but
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring Ziva up and let's
yeah,
talk
we can
about
talk
it.
about it with Ziva
Yes,
here, actually.
absolutely. Hey, sis.
Hey guys, how
Good
you
morning.
doing? Good,
How
good,
you
good.
doing,
Trying to
Ziva?
fix this camera again.
She's fighting
Okay, we're
again with
gonna
her
mute
camera.
you.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
see
move
you.
me for a
gonna
minute,
mute you.
y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
So what was your story,
While
sis?
she getting her camera together, we gonna bring her back in just a few minutes. So this was about a Black couple who launched an online marketplace featuring Black-owned products, kind of
Yeah.
similar to kind of what we're doing, a
Yeah.
directory. So this couple, the husband is a paraplegic. He's been a paraplegic since '95, and their mission and purpose was to empower the community, like sort of like we're doing, and they call it Black Wall Street store.
I love it.
I love it.
Love it.
So as they have new multi-venue markets dedicated to uplifting businesses that are at least 51% Black. More
Yes.
than e-commerce platform, Black Wall Street is a tribute to the economic legacy of the 1921 Tulsa community. Amen. That's what, see,
Amen.
this is what I try to tell people, how collectively we think. I don't know these people,
No.
but we're connected. We
Yes.
are all connected by the ancestors, and we're able to come up with these ideas that are so similar because we have lived experiences that are connected and intertwined. We don't
Absolutely.
have to know you
No.
to connect to you.
And I love that for them and I love that for us because,
Yeah.
why not? There's enough out here and we just want everybody to tether themselves to an organization so that they can be okay. That's the, you know, goal there. There's never anything other than making sure that we as a people are connected. I truly feel like our ancestors are extremely proud. You
Yes.
I really feel that way because we could have easily just sat back, all of us, and did nothing.
Let
But
me let me read
instead,
this little
go
part to
ahead.
Kitty what they're doing. To celebrate the launch of vendors, because I guess they're going to have a collective amount of vendors in their different businesses, people who do vending and whatnot. They're doing a completed registration by May the 15th. And it says they'll be entered, people who register by May 15th will be entered into a $5,000 giveaway funded
Oh, wow.
directly. Funded directly by them. And the free vendor sign up gets one entry. They get the paid plans, receive 3 chances to win. And the first 200 verified vendors will also unlock early access perks to their community placement. A portion of every transaction on the site supports scholarships, startup grants, emergency funds for Black entrepreneurs, and more than commerce. It's a community and reinvestment. I love
I love that.
that.
We need to connect with them,
We
sis.
need to connect with them. So I got them saved here.
Yeah,
And
let's go ahead and reach out to
I'm
them.
gonna reach out to them because we need to intertwine, because how wonderful is that? We always talking about people starting up new businesses, which is going to lead into what we are doing today with the nonprofits. People need help. They need startup money,
Yeah, absolutely.
and they
Absolutely.
doing something that's going to help with that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and bring Ziva back up. Look like she got it together. Hey
I'm still
Ziva,
shrinking.
Yeah, she's shrinking. We see about this much of you.
we
Okay,
see
this
you, but
better?
It's okay.
yeah.
Just don't
Yeah,
don't move your
okay.
camera because you get to
How you doing?
I'm doing
judge.
well. How are you ladies doing?
Doing
Doing
okay.
good.
Good, good,
Good for
good.
the Thursday, ready to hop into the weekend, jump
Yes,
into it.
yes.
Hopefully it
Mm-hmm.
won't be raining.
Dive into it.
I
Okay.
know. It's been raining here all day. So, yeah. The weather is better though. It's cool.
Is it cold
Good.
up there in Kalamazoo or is it
It's
as a
about 66 today.
that's cold. That's
Yeah.
cold.
To me, yeah. It got to
Yeah.
be like 100 for me to feel it.
I'm
Yeah.
from, when I was living in those neck of the woods, 66 was a barbecue day. I don't know about y'all, but we was
Yeah.
Girl,
out. We pulled the grills
Oh yeah.
out because we were so conditioned to the cold. 66
Mm-hmm.
was a warm
Mm-hmm.
day.
Yeah. They barbecue all year round here.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm pray for
Yeah.
y'all because none of that sounds appealing to me at all. I'm
Yeah.
No
all
judgment.
for
We don't judge.
we
Mm-hmm.
listen and we don't judge, but I need me some warmer weather now.
I
Say
appreciate
that
warm weather
now.
now. I know now I definitely because my blood is a little different now. So
I'll be crying. Look, I'll be crying come August, crying tears.
Mm-hmm.
so hot.
Yes. So, Miss Carter's carrying hands. Miss Carter, let me ask, any new recalls? I'm all for the recalls because y'all, did you guys hear about the milk?
Yes.
What is going on?
Yes. Yes.
They have stopped regulations to making sure that our milk
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are they trying to unalive us?
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink milk, so
Yes.
but you put milk in as ingredients, and children drink milk, and oh,
Children need milk still. Their bones as they
Mm-hmm.
grow. Now they
Mm-hmm.
say a doctor told me once before, you start out with milk as a baby and you as a kid, and then an adult you shouldn't have milk any longer.
Yeah.
no,
But yeah, kids need milk.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
removing all regulations.
Mm-hmm.
When I said the other day that they're removing all regulations, that means all regulations, including food and drugs.
We have to just go back the way we was raised, guys. Let's start gardening. I mean
Oh, you already
everything.
know. I'm starting my
We
gardening.
definitely started that over here.
Yeah. I've
Yes.
got some seeds I have to drop this weekend. And I didn't know that you can actually use fish bait and it helps your plants to grow.
Mm-hmm.
You put just a little bit, maybe a cap and a half in maybe a gallon of water and mix it really good and add that to your soil and it helps it to grow.
Oh
I gotta
wow.
let my
Yeah.
husband know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm a grower, so that was a new
Yeah.
tip for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, I
any
want to give you guys feedback.
yes, ma'am.
So remember, my husband and I came together to mail off non-perishable food baskets, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we did serve like 8 people.
Oh, good.
Yeah, all in the Michigan area. But we had one in Ohio though, Toledo, Ohio. But the
Good.
other ones
Wonderful.
was in Michigan.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I love
so
it.
it was good, but 8 out of 10, so that's cool. So it
Yes.
went well, and they was
That's
pleased to get
more
what
than
they
half.
got.
75%. That's great.
hmm
Yes.
So
That's
that's cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have another drive coming up on actually this Monday, the 28th. So
Um,
this is our fruits and vegetables, our pop and drop fruits and vegetable in the trunk distribution from 10:30 to 12:30 at 1225 West Patterson Street here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So anybody that's in a Michigan area or you still need food to be delivered to your house, hey, give us a call.
that's
Go
beautiful.
to ourplugs.com or carterscarryhands.com. So yeah.
I love it. I love the fact that you do this. And it's what we need. That's what we need. Proud of you, sis.
And a lot of people are doing that now. You hear
Yeah.
about these new food pantries coming up now
Mm.
because people are suffering.
Yeah. Yeah.
So more mouths to feed, more families to feed. So it's
And
very it's very important.
didn't he remove some of the grant money that was allowed
From yeah,
for
food
food
banks.
pantries?
Mm-hmm.
That-
Yes.
See
But
what
it
I'm
didn't it
saying?
didn't touch ours. The one we get our food distribution from, it didn't touch ours here in
That's
Battle Creek.
good.
So that's a good thing.
yeah.
See, they want us to produce more babies, but they don't want to feed them.
They don't want to feed them.
How did that work?
You can't give them milk now, you know what I mean? So how they supposed to
Listeria.
live?
I mean,
Without food, without funds. Come on now.
I'm just
It's
shaking my
just,
head. I'm just
it's
sitting there
sad. It's really
shaking my head.
sad. To me, it's diabolical. To me,
it
how
is.
you
It's
gonna
very
raise a
diabolical.
family with the number one thing you need is food, air, water.
Yes.
Clean water.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And the manipulation in the water system in Flint, they still haven't fixed it.
Yeah.
That is
They'll have,
insane.
and it is insane because how long does it take to fix it? It's really ridiculous. I live directly across from a water treatment center. Baby, that there are things that they could do. It's
That was all.
whatever
It
they
was all
want.
a setup anyway. It
It
was
is.
planned. It was planned.
Mhm.
The plantation.
Unfortunately.
Plantation. They want people to suffer, especially in the poor communities.
Yeah.
My husband and I, we're so fortunate enough that we can give back to the community.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we do, because guess what? There's no U-Haul behind no hearse. We cannot take it with us. So you continue to give back in the community and try to uplift those families in need. And we
Yeah.
just don't give out food. We give out everything. We have resources they can have. We
Yeah.
give out clothing.
Yeah.
It's something to uplift them, and because everybody out here has a gift, right? You want to
Yes.
help them to explore that gift they was created with. Everybody have it, you know what I mean? So we gotta help our people out, and that's just straight up.
Yes, we do. And if we don't do it, who's going to do it? Because obviously this government doesn't care. They don't even want to. What they
Mm-mm.
want to do is put a band-aid on a gushing wound, $5,000 for some kid to have a child. They have to be out of their minds.
That's impossible. That's impossible, especially if you have 3 kids, right? I
Yes.
think I tally up with my 3 kids at least $4 million from the time they was born to, you might as well say, to 25, because I'm still
Yes.
helping them out. You know what
Yes.
I mean?
I do. I
I still
absolutely.
help my kids out because I'm a mother, right?
It don't stop.
It
It
don't
does.
stop.
Yeah. And their solution is, oh, have more kids. We'll give you $5,000.
It ain't that easy peasy. It ain't
I
that
mean,
easy.
it's really insulting.
I'm fixated on this $5,000. I'm not understanding this number they choosing
I
to
think
try
that
to
they
throw
think
in
that
our
five
face.
thousand dollars is a lot. Oh,
I
they'll be happy with
guess.
That's
five
because
thousand
they
dollars.
don't know, y'all. They don't know how to take care of a child. These are men talking. Come on now. These are men talking.
It's just
Some,
ridiculous.
I'm not gonna say all men, but majority of the men do not know how to take care of a child the right way.
The
Well,
common sense one. The not
Right.
well, the
but
ones that don't have common sense. The ones that
yeah,
got common sense know
It
that five
does.
thousand
Right.
dollars ain't
They know.
ain't busting a grape, honey. You pay a mortgage and a car note and be done, and you
As
done.
those who's paying child support, they still
mm,
getting that money for child support, and
Insurance,
it's
couple
more than five
bills, you
thousand
done for
dollars.
the month.
I don't even see how you after mortgage and car note insurance. How are you going to eat five
What you gonna
thousand?
have?
That just
That's the 5 G's right there.
what do they want you to do?
Pay
Have the
bills.
child and give it to somebody? Because how you gonna take care of it?
Ain't
I mean,
nobody finna have no babies in this kind of world right now we in. Anyway, who
and
wants to
that's
bring
true.
up a child in this chaos? I wouldn't.
A lot of young people are saying no to having children.
They
Who would
are.
want to have, if just let's be honest, if I were in the position right now as an 18, 19, 20 year old, maybe there's no way in the world I'd have a child right
My
now.
niece said she ain't doing it.
I
No,
don't blame her.
all of my nieces and nephews said
Mm-hmm.
no.
My niece
Mm-hmm.
said, auntie. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because they can barely take care of themselves,
Right.
much less a
Right.
child. And you trying to insult people with $5,000. Those
Mm-hmm.
must be the people who live. I mean, they that's below poverty. Poverty. You're
So
below
it's like
poverty.
who you think he's speaking to when they say things like that? You speaking to a certain group of people, not people who
They
work every
people,
day
because
and
we know it ain't us.
yeah, you're looking for people who are beneath a certain spectrum who will get excited about $5,000.
MAGA.
What he
Oh,
missed he must have meant $5 million. I can hear them now.
That's what I said. 5 million. Yeah. Okay. I'll pop out a couple.
I won't. Not even for 5 million.
I ain't gonna be able
Look,
to do it. Shop
I ain't gonna be
closed.
able to do it. Mm-mm. I
The
done
shop
had
is closed. Okay.
clothes. You hear me?
Well, I just said that as a joke because if one
I
come
know.
out of here, it's gonna be baby Jesus #2. I kid you not, it'd be a
Okay, a
miracle for
miracle.
real.
Would be Mary, honey.
Okay, it'll be a miracle. 'Cause no,
Yes,
no.
it would be. But I
Oh,
do have 2 recalls
Okay.
that I came up with from the FDA website. This one is called Harvest New York City Inc. Company. Recalls enoki mushrooms due to possible health risk. So this announcement was made April 16th, but it was published April 18th. Due to the possibility of contamination with Listeria monocytogenes.
that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's
Ain't
nasty.
nobody gonna be checking that stuff no more. See?
So
So,
how do you spell it? I know mushrooms, but what did you say? Enoki
enoki, Enoki.
mushrooms, and I
Hmm.
eat mushrooms.
I love mushrooms,
I do too.
especially in my omelets. I
Oh,
I
love
love
mushrooms.
mushrooms too.
ooh, that
For
sounds
the
good.
belly.
Yes. But Listeria monocytogenes, an organism which can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections in young children,
Mm.
frail or elderly people, with
Mm.
others with weakened immune system.
Oh,
Although healthy persons may suffer only short-term symptoms such as high fever, severe headache, stiffness, nausea, abdominal pain, diarrhea.
mm-mm.
So yes, it can travel. So they
So,
recall this mushroom. It was distributed nationwide in all the retail
oh
stores.
Lord, I ate mushrooms
Yeah.
yesterday for lunch.
So when you see it, it's a product that comes in a 200-gram green plastic package, right? Marked with a UPS barcode 697-573-0520101 on the back label. Excuse me. But no illness has been reported to date in connection with this problem so far. So,
That's
Okay.
scary.
Hopefully they getting that stuff off the shelves. If not, guys, please be aware when you're shopping.
yeah. So
Please
it's
be
no
aware.
illness, but they did caught the contamination was discovered after samples was collected from a store in Buffalo, New York.
Mm. Yeah, that's some nasty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I
Listeria.
love mushrooms, guys. I eat mushrooms in all my omelets. I just use it in everything, really, because I love mushrooms.
Yeah, I love them. I do too. Everything, spaghetti. Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the second one, speaking of babies, right? It's a recall reminder of Gerber Products Company previously recall and discontinue all batches of Gerber Soothe and Chew teething sticks.
Gerber
Uh-huh.
teething sticks.
Due to potential choking hazard.
Gerber. Okay.
Well, that's just common sense. Oh, let me stop. But a child chewing on a stick.
Yeah, but the Gerbers, they like soft when you put them in them kind that the parents use, and they give them that it dissolves in your mouth. It
Yeah.
is not like they chew on them because they really for babies. And it's like something like baby food, but it's soft. It's not hard.
So
So it
they.
was initial recall and discontinuation of all batches of Gerber Soothe and Chew teething sticks due to potential hazard for babies and young children.
Yeah.
So the Gerber snacks, the smooth and chew teething sticks, they got them in strawberry apple. That's one of them. And the net weight is 3.2 ounces, 90 grams, with the UPC 01500046187. Then they have another one, teething sticks banana. And the UPC there is 015 000 046 088.
All right.
All right.
So strawberry, apple, and the bananas.
I appreciate you doing this because we're going to have to keep giving our listeners an update on what's being recalled, considering, you know, we don't have it on mainstream and they're not announcing
They're
it.
not going to announce it because
I hope that the stores take.
The store is supposed to look, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this because I was a general manager, right, at Myers at one time in my life, and when when the stock come in at night, right, they supposed to check the dates before they shelve them up.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them didn't, and true to me, I wasn't checking them. Keep it real, not all of them. But I had people under me that's supposed to do that as well, right? But you're supposed to check it off as soon as you get the delivery. You know?
I've been at the store at HEB, which is a store down here in Texas. And I remember this was like last summer when Biden was still in office, them pulling ice cream off the shelves because there was a recall and, going and I'm like, what are y'all doing? They're like, they're checking people's baskets and they're telling the cashiers, don't sell this, hold it. We've got to do our own due diligence. I hate to say this, but it's the truth. We cannot rely on this government to stand up and say, I'm protecting my people. I want to protect the American citizens. It sounds like to me, it's all harmful that's going this way. We've got the person in charge has hired or put on his cabinet a bunch of folks who have no clue as to what's actually priority, what's needed, what needs to happen. None of that happens.
They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it
They
for
don't
the
have an
simple fact they don't have the staff to do it. It takes
Well, that's
time.
true.
You're going to have to close down the store just like Costco's and Sam's. They close down their store to do inventory. You're going to have to do the same thing to check these products that's coming in. And these
Yeah.
days, with these tariffs, guess what? They're going to accept all the bad, period.
Wow.
Which is the sad part about it.
That just gave me chills because I know that you're right. At the end of the day, they're gonna accept whatever to try and make a profit.
Right.
But it's up to us to be diligent and say, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure that what I'm feeding my family won't hurt my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. I know that they have a lot of recalls, especially during the summer, on fruits and vegetables. That's another reason why I'm gardening, because I don't trust folks. We did away with most of our workforce as far as harvesting because he decided to send them all to El Salvador. And now we have very limited fruits and vegetables. I give it another 60 days, it's going to be ugly because who's been out there picking fruit?
I tell you what, when you make your grocery list, this is what I want y'all to do. When you make your grocery list, go on the FDA website. Write down whatever
Smart.
you shop and look on that FDA website. Make sure whatever you buy is if it's on that FDA website.
Yeah,
And
you don't want.
and just take it with you.
That's smart because you just never know. And not just take it with you. If you find something in your local grocery store that you see on that FDA website, you call that manager and show them and ask them to pull
Mm-hmm.
those
Mm-hmm.
groceries off of there because
Mm-hmm.
they are going to hurt our communities. You know, there was a time where and I'm gonna say it, the government introduced narcotics into our community. And you see the devastation that had. Now, imagine the devastation that can happen once they remove all regulations and there's no checks and balances on what can be sold to the American people, especially in Black and Brown communities. So it's up to us to do our due diligence and be mindful of what we're dealing with. Not to say that stores will do that by any means. It's just to say that better safe than sorry. We can't rely on somebody else to make sure that our families are okay. That's our job.
Yep. You
You
have
know,
to take matters in your own hands if you want to be healthy.
you
Period.
really do. It's just like exercising. You know,
Hmm.
do the extra step. And you know what? I'm definitely going to start doing that. I actually order my groceries, but I'm going to check with the FDA website
You
before
have to.
I
You
continue.
guys have to do this. This is serious because if they rolling back all the regulations to check the food that go in our mouths, just imagine. You
Yeah,
don't know what's in that food.
it's going to be a bunch of skinny Americans pretty soon.
Just start gardening. My mom say, "Hey, I taught you well. Start gardening.
Yeah, you won't need, we won't need
Start jarring up your stuff.
we won't need those. You just gotta, watch what you eat now.
You
Let's
know."
just be honest. No
Mhm.
one, eat right, eat healthy,
Mhm.
garden, grow
Mhm.
your own food. I actually want to start, partnering with people and like purchasing a cow and splitting up the meat and then shipping it to different, to everybody who bought into it. And then not only that, if I'm growing tomatoes, I need somebody in my area that's growing cucumbers or, so we can swap. That's to me,
Mhm.
that
That's
is,
how we used to do it.
I wish we had a community garden out here in where I live.
Mhm.
Um, I really do. I
What
saw
what
one.
kind of what you got any you got a piece of land by your land that you can use on your property to make a huge garden?
No,
Mhm.
not me,
Mhm.
but land is, it's not as expensive as long as you're not putting a house on it. But what frustrates me most is even with purchasing land, we never truly own it. So,
Mhm.
but that's neither here nor there. I did look at some land over here and it's expensive. I think
Mhm.
5 acres, this man wanted $1 million an acre. And
Mhm.
I ain't got
Yeah,
enough.
that's crazy.
Okay, that is
Mhm.
crazy. But,
Mhm.
it's just your location. Now, there are some areas in Texas that do have land for sale, but most of those, that's really reasonable, but that's up north. We're
Mhm.
deep down in the dirty south. I'm 30 minutes from the ocean, me myself personally,
Right.
reach out and touch it.
Are
So
you familiar with your neighbors? I mean, do
I
you?
am.
Okay, well, you guys
Yeah,
get together in the neighborhood.
I
You all
think so.
start doing it together.
I think I will. I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
my neighbors and we can start that community garden within ourselves.
yeah,
And because it's nowadays we got to do something. Why
hmm,
not? Why not
yeah.
start it? I'm
Since
looking
they
for.
want to roll back, we got to roll back too. I mean, seriously, we have to think about the logic that our ancestor had when we was growing up, right? Y'all remember everybody had a fruit tree in the backyard, and we were swapping fruits.
Yes.
Everybody had their own gardens. We were swapping veggies. So it's we coming to that moment again in this time
Yeah.
because everything is upside down.
My grandparents had a community garden, and my grandparents had a peach tree in their backyard. And I
Hmm.
really and truly want a peach tree, but my husband said that fruit trees attract snakes. Is that true?
I
Y'all,
ain't never seen no snake. I seen
y'all are my
worms.
audience, because I'm scared.
Well, he from here, so I would trust what he say because
Hmm.
he know about them snakes,
Y'all
and
got snakes?
it's a
Yes,
lot of
do we
snakes
have
here.
snakes? Oh my goodness, girl, yes. We have a
Oh,
lot of snakes in
ooh,
Texas.
Lord have mercy.
There's actually, and I know I don't want to freak folks out, but up in Austin, up in the hill country, there are beds, snake beds. And if you don't know what that looks like, go to your Google search bar and type in snake beds in Austin, Texas. Brace yourself because it's going to freak you out, especially if you are scared of snakes.
I am.
I'm terrified of snakes.
Me too.
Snakes, roaches, anything creepy.
Are you typing it in, Miss Morningstar? You typing it in to your search bar?
I am.
Okay, so are you look at images? Are you okay?
Oh Lord, don't get me.
Brace yourself, honey. Oh yeah. Snake beds. Yeah, you guys out there listening, type in snake beds in Texas and you'll understand what I'm saying. And I have a lady that I used to work with, her daughter. Now hear this story. Her daughter bought a beautiful home. I'm talking gorgeous home in Austin. And her mom was like, she got it for such a good price. That baby moved in there and she moved out within a week. There were snakes everywhere. The people that sold it, it was on top of several snake beds. Yes. Freaking crazy. Yeah.
No way.
And what it is the snake beds is about maybe 1,000 snakes and they all live together and it's just type it in. Type it into your.
That's all right.
When I look at images, it's just showing me different snakes, but
No, you got to type in snake beds.
Well, I heard a lot of people like snakes. They eat it, so I guess it's good.
Now, snakes, it does taste like chicken. I have tasted snakes before.
I mean, what kind of snake was it?
A rattlesnake.
Oh, go ahead. Did you rattle while you was eating it?
You know what? I'm not messing with y'all folks down here and y'all weird stuff, eating that stuff. Ain't nobody eating no snake. Okay,
it tasted like I was young.
No.
This didn't happen when I was in my 40s. I was in my 20s and I tasted. Someone was like, "Hey, I was in East Texas."
Everything can't taste like chicken.
It tastes like chicken and seafood actually. It tastes like a mixture of chicken, just like frog legs. Y'all ain't never tasted frog legs?
I love frog legs.
Nope, y'all can have it.
I love frog legs.
Enjoy.
I love frog legs.
Have you ever tasted turtle?
Enjoy.
Squirrel, but not turtle. I tried squirrel.
But I haven't.
Listen,
I haven't.
Thank you, Shanika Rainer Jack. I have something I need to bring you in this live because I feel like my soul is being taken from me right now with all this nastiness.
I mean, it's food, actually.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's the way you cook it, though. Morningstar, if you try frog legs, saute it. I'm telling you,
good.
No rivets for me.
Ask your husband to cook something. See if he can eat
them. I ain't eating them. Girl, bad.
If your husband were to cook them, Miss Morningstar, you would.
I ain't eating them. Ask him.
Hey, look, she probably
ask him. Will he eat some?
She already ate and didn't even know.
Listen, it'll be a hole in the kitchen to be tore up. You put some frog legs, and I don't know about it. It's gonna be y'all go 9-1.
Okay. Well, have you ever eaten deer?
Yeah,
I've had deer now.
Okay.
I've had deer.
Do you like deer? I love deer sausage.
I ain't gonna say I love it, but I've had it.
So good.
Deer meat. Deer sausage was good.
Yeah, it's real gamey. Now, deer sausage is real big down here.
Deer sausage, I've had because of being here.
Yeah.
That I did have. He had like a jalapeno sausage, deer sausage. It was good. It wasn't bad. But so, it's not something I would just do. And I've had in the restaurant alligator bites, and they're good.
Alligator bites and razzoos.
But that's it. I ain't going no further.
I mean, that's the furthest that you go, girl.
That's it.
So you don't eat.
Y'all go ahead and catch that coon. I ain't doing it.
I love coon too, y'all.
No, I'm not eating no raccoon now.
When I first seen it, that's how my dad did. He went hunting, and that's how we got our meat. He went hunting. He brought a coon back, and I said, "I'm not eating that dog." And you know what it was? He baked it with some sweet potatoes, girl. That was so good.
With sweet potatoes?
Thank you, T. Wiz. Thank you. I'm with you.
Can't knock it if you ain't tried.
I mean, you can't really
I'm gonna have to knock it this time. I'm gonna have to be real discrimination. I'm gonna show some discrimination.
No, you haven't tried it, unless you try it, you can't. Have you ever tried? So you don't eat sushi?
No.
You don't eat sushi either?
Cook sushi.
Cook sushi only. Okay. Mm-hmm. Have you ever tried octopus?
Don't like
Ain't
it.
That's calamari?
Don't like calamari.
Calamari is actually snake.
Oh, I love calamari.
I don't like calamari.
Calamari is octopus.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It is.
Let me look it up. But
I love some calamari when it's fried.
I thought calamari was squid. Calamari is squid.
Let me see.
It's not. Yeah, it's not octopus. Yeah, it's squid. A type of shellfish.
And it's from the same family?
No, octopus is an octopus. Well, I guess that would be from the same family. They kind of look alike,
Yeah.
The tentacles.
No, I ain't need none of that either.
Well, it's good. I'm telling you. If you like seafood, you ever tried scallops?
I like scallops.
Yes, I love scallops. Yeah. Now, y'all in the chat, do y'all like seafood? Because everything we're saying, y'all are grossed out. So, T-Wiz, have you ever tried scallops? And Mrs. Jack, have you ever tried scallops? Because not everything is gross. What do y'all eat? Just chicken and beef?
I eat scallops.
Scallops is good.
Scallops is delicious.
Yeah, especially if you saute them or fry.
Ooh, they sauteed right with some butter and lemon.
I like crab. I like lobster. Those are the seafoods I choose. And
you like
certain
crawfish?
fish. Crawfish is okay. I had it here. I ain't got time for all that.
I never tried crawfish. How you eat it? I never tried crawfish.
It'd be so little, tiny that just.
What you supposed to eat out of it?
The tail.
I mean, I never tried crawfish. So how you eat it though? You crack it open like a
crab?
Crack
it open. It's like a little lobster. Imagine a lobster, shrink it down, and you just hold the head and twist the tail, and then you clean it out and you eat the tail. Crawfish tails. It's good. It's a delicacy here down in. Well, it's tradition down here in Texas because everywhere you go, they got crawfish. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to a crawfish boil next week. So hey, it is what it is. T-Wiz, you don't eat seafood. See, a lot of people up north don't eat seafood like we
didn't because we don't have oceans and stuff. I mean, we did eat fish and stuff. We have lakes, beautiful lakes and stuff. But like, stuff tastes different from the ocean. I think
it does because it's salt water.
It's fresh salt water versus the fresh water. So
yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to.
Did we take our break, Kitty? We didn't take no break.
Oh my goodness! Let me take a break. I'm over here talking about food.
You guys hungry?
Yes, I guess I am hungry. You guys stand by. Let's take a quick commercial break. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. Stand by.
Let's be real. Being a woman means juggling everything. Careers, families, goals, and somehow our health ends up last on the list. But what if your wellness came first? At Nutrition You Design, we believe healthy living shouldn't be complicated. From custom meal plans to one-on-one coaching and specialized lab testing, we're here to help you fuel your body and feel amazing every day. It's not about dieting, it's about thriving. It's about energy, balance, confidence, you. So if you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and in control of your nutrition, let's do this together. Contact Nutrition You Design today and design a healthier you.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Sparkle Kicks LLC is your one-stop shop for a wide variety of customized items. So bling out your Crocs. Customize that cutting board. Get you custom dominoes. Stop by and we will customize your order today. We can be found on Etsy and Our Plugs LLC. I'll be waiting to customize your order. All you need to do is place it.
And I'd like you to do one more thing for me. Hold up two fingers. This is you, and this is me, and the space that exists between us should be filled with value.
Equal, a global human initiative, and its value identity model.
Hello, fellow taxpayers. I'm Andre Martinez, and as the founding owner of EA Tax Pros, I can honestly tell you that our clients trust our team of highly skilled and experienced accountants. Why? Because we work with a passion to keep your money in your pockets, and we keep filing taxes simple, regardless of any situation. And let's be honest, taxes are not everyone's favorite. That's why, as a multi service accounting firm, our professional accountants have a deep understanding in all areas of accounting, and as well as tax planning, preparation, and resolving your tax issues. We lead the way of effectively utilizing the tax regulations and IRS codes to help our clients clearly identify the path of their personal, nonprofit, and business goals. So, if you don't know how to start your business or your nonprofit, we welcome you to the EA Tax Pros team, and you will have access to our enrolled agents who have earned the highest certification of the IRS, as well as CPAs, certified acceptance agents, and QuickBooks certified pro advisors. So give us a call, 713 496 0262. Or you can visit us at ea-taxpros.com. So come join the team that taxpayers trust. Also, don't forget to check out ourplugs.com, a community built with culture.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We got so busy tied up talking about food and odd foods that I forgot to go to commercial. It was just interesting, some of the things that, we eat. Mm-hmm. And speaking of which, the fact that we have a administration that's going to that has done away with all of our regulations. It's scary.
Look like we might be doing a lot more fishing.
I know, right? Hunting too.
Hunting too.
And hunting and seafood, getting our...
I can fish. I think I can fish. I know I can. Because I've gone fishing before, but I don't think I could go hunting. Mm-hmm. I don't think I could.
My husband and them fish, and I go. I watch.
Mm-hmm. You've never actually
I have fished. I've cast.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's. I don't know how to be quiet that long. So
it's peaceful. It's so peaceful.
Fishing is very serious. It's a sport, and it's very serious for people who are fishing. So if you sitting there talking, they like looking at you like, "Are you listen? We supposed to be relaxing, enjoying the." Taking it
the
in.
Water.
The water.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. Again, I don't think I could. I could go fishing, but you actually have to be quiet. And I don't think I can be quiet that long. I definitely can't take my grandson. He can't be quiet longer than a minute. So there's no way. But I guess
he might enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. I might. Well, he does go fishing with his other papa. There in Louisiana. When he goes there, he's a country boy. The shorts and the cowboy boots and all. It's so funny. It's so cute. But he loves to go fishing. But me, myself, I will be on the banks. Mm-hmm. I can fry some fish now. I can fry it. Mm-hmm. But as for hunting, that takes actually going out there and waiting for an animal to pass by. And we've already seen how some people have hunted out of sport. Now that, we are at a point in our lives where we may have to hunt to survive. I hope there's enough out there. Can you eat wild boar? Because we have a lot of wild boar down here.
I can eat some duck. I love me some duck.
Yeah. Duck is
That's
pretty
about
good.
it.
Look at Miss Morningstar. Miss Morningstar, you can't do duck either? Have you ever tried duck? You know, we can go to the grocery store.
I don't like
it's
birds.
Just like
the only bird I like is chicken.
It tastes similar to chicken.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. I'm gonna have to talk to your husband because you need to expand your
You
palate.
can talk to him. What he gonna do?
Yeah, ain't right.
If he makes it and it tastes good,
You can't make her eat it. He gonna tie up. Open your mouth.
I mean, he can at least make it and
people, you know.
You never know. You don't know what you're missing, but that's fine. More for me.
Okay, I'm missing him and Tamia. They had shark, so they are into trying
the wildlife,
the more wilder side. That's them. They more risky. Like
shark
that.
is delicious. It is. It really is. It's good. It's kind of like
I believe you.
It's kind of like the gator that you've eaten.
Because I ain't eating Jaws.
Look, that is a lot of meat. You know, Jaws look like you could feed a lot of people.
I bet it will. I ain't mad at it, but I ain't eating Jaws.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have to just start gardening, ladies, and just
maybe I just gotta get more into my. I guess at this point, y'all, it's gonna be we getting to the point in life where it's dangerous to go to the grocery store. We're gonna be growing our food, catching our food, and maybe I just become vegetarian. Just have me some vegetarian food. And,
I told you, it's about to be a lot of skinny people in America.
And beans. Morningstar, beans is good too.
Beans, yeah, get your protein in with your beans, and hey.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
portobello mushrooms kind of taste like meat when you cook it right.
Yes, you're right.
I've done it before.
We gotta make it happen. You gotta eat whatever you can in order to sustain yourself. If I have to hunt, I'm not gonna make it. That is from Shanika. Shanika, baby, you don't have any. You only so big. You may want to. Learn how to, but don't worry about it. Mr. Jack will hunt for you. I'm quite sure he will. He will, but push comes to shove, we're going to have to figure it out. There's nothing wrong with hunting as long as you're going to eat that meat. I have a problem when you just, go out there and kill giraffes. You don't even eat giraffes. And killing elephants, you don't eat elephants. But, these people, they decided that they just want to, cruelty is the game. Cruelty is a name. It's just the fact that I can do it. I do it because I can. Sad. That's the state of our country. Well,
let's just get to rolling on this gardening, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, I know. Melville had offered her land up in Arizona, but you can't really grow anything in Arizona. It's too hot.
It's too hot and dry and burn.
I mean, the only thing that grows out there is cactus and succulents and rocks. There's nothing out there that you can actually grow that can sustain people.
But you guys, if you don't want to tilt your property to garden, they have these garden beds.
Yeah.
That you can start. You know what I mean? In your backyard.
I do. We actually in the process of building one now. I say we like I'm well, my husband is building us a garden, a raised bed.
Is he building it?
Yeah, he gonna build it. He got the he looked at how to do it, and he said it's simple. So he's gonna build one, and he's gonna put like the stuff he's growing now all on there. So
I started squash in my big planter, right? Yeah. And when it started growing, I took it out and put it in the dirt so it could sprout even more. And last year I had like 10 nice size yellow squash. I like, ooh. And I was so proud that I did it. It grew.
You were.
Good.
You were.
So I'm going to do it again.
When Frank is done, I'm going to need him to come on over and do the same on my side. I think my husband told me that he's going to build me one too. So he's going to have to reach out because I asked him who was you going to hire.
I asked him, I was like, how you know how to do it? He was like, it's easy. He just looked at whatever he looked at on YouTube or something.
And then it's a box and you put legs on it.
Yeah, we're like stones, like some type of brick to raise it up. It's like some type of brick. We went looking at stuff last weekend, and he was like, "Yeah, I just need this, I need that," and he got it.
Yeah.
So he got, put his dirt in there, make it where
Get the widest one you can because it's going when it sprout.
with the collard greens.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause he's growing collard greens right now. So
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I dropped some plants earlier, about 2 weeks ago, and they're already sprouting. So I need to go ahead and get my seeds in the dirt this weekend. That's a must. I'm gonna have little people with me, so I'm gonna have them digging up dirt.
good.
Yes, I
Put them
gotta
to work.
put them to work. They're what, 5, 6, and 7.
They
2
go.
5-year-olds and a 6-year-old. So
They gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, kids like doing stuff like that.
They do while they're young. Now when they get older, they ain't.
Yeah, that 18-year-old, he's like, Nana, I gotta go play basketball with my friends. I don't have time to be doing this. Yeah.
You say you want to eat. You had to start planting.
You say take it back old school, huh, Diva? If you want to eat, because that was my mama's family. You want to eat.
Look, you don't work, you don't eat.
You want to get in here and help clean these greens and do this. You want to eat, don't you?
I remember snapping peas. Ooh, snapping peas. I didn't like doing snapping peas though, because I felt like, why don't we just, lay them all down, cut, but my mom would, and she, I didn't realize it then, but that was her time to just talk to us.
Yeah.
While we're snapping peas. Then, I wanted to either be upstairs watching TV or talking on the phone. You know how you are when you was a teenager. My friends were so important. Ooh. I'd give anything to be snapping some peas right about now.
I know you would.
I would. Sure. Well, Diva, it's about that time. I appreciate you for coming out.
Excuse me.
I am so very proud of you. You keep us grounded. You let us know, and you give us encouragement to start our nonprofits. Now, me, myself, personally, I will not be starting one because I have too many irons in the fire. But I know my sister up there is going to be starting a nonprofit sooner than later.
Yeah, working on that.
Yes. And I hope that those that are out there listening are taking some nuggets as well, because Ms. Diva, she's been doing this for what, 20 years?
40 years.
40 years?
Yeah, since 14.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. Well, any last words that you'd like to share with the listening audience?
So if anybody's struggling to keep food on your tables, please go to ourplugs.com or carterscaringhands.com and just write me a message, and tell me. You ain't got to be ashamed to get food. If you're hungry, you want to eat, right? So just go to one of those websites and leave me a message, and then we can go from there, because no one should be out here starving. We got all the resources everywhere. You got food pantries on every corner right now.
Yeah.
And people got private gardens. You can neighborhood gardens. Talk to your neighbors. Don't be ashamed. This will get you out to meet other people as well.
They say a closed mouth don't get fed. So if you need it, open your mouth. We are here to help. Thank you so much, Diva, with Carter Caring Hands. Miss Morningstar, any last words?
Everybody just enjoy your day. Be fruitful. And we will see you back tomorrow.
Absolutely. And my last words were, we will see you back in the morning. I'm with Miss Morningstar. Be fruitful and multiply, but don't do it for $5,000.
Please, just took the words right out my mouth.
Do it. You don't need to do it for $5,000.
Let's get into these gardens.
Yes, get into these gardens.
Right. We're going to baby them.
Okay.
Not for 5,000, y'all. That ain't enough.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
Make some
Holly
baby
Springs,
greens.
Memphis, Tennessee. You guys enjoy today. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Hey,
guys.
y'all. It's DJ
Bye.
Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.